I stared at my mother's text message, my finger hovering over the luxury travel arrangements folder on my laptop. For the past 3 years, I'd been secretly funding my family's lavish lifestyle, including their annual Christmas vacation to high-end resorts. They thought these trips were courtesy of my sister Olivia's successful event planning business. In reality, her business was failing and I was the one making their dreams come true. "Emma, you're not welcome at Christmas dinner this year. Olivia's new clients will be joining us and we need to make the right impression. You understand?" I did understand. I understood perfectly. To them, I was still the family embarrassment, the daughter who'd chosen to work some boring tech job, instead of following my sister into the glamorous world of event planning. They had no idea that my boring job had made me a millionaire before 30. My phone buzzed again. This time it was Olivia. "By the way, thanks for ruining everything by telling Mom you might not make it to Bali. Now she's worried the whole trip might fall apart. Good job, sis, thumbs down." I smiled grimly. The only reason they were going to Bali at all was because I'd arranged it. First-class tickets, private villa, personal chef, the works. Cost? Just north of $75,000. But as far as they knew, it was all thanks to Olivia's connections. "Sorry to disappoint," I typed back even as I opened my travel agent's contact information. It was time to make some changes. The story of how I became my family's secret benefactor started 3 years ago. I was working as a software engineer at a tech startup when we hit it big. Really big. The company went public and suddenly my stock options were worth millions. Meanwhile, Olivia's event planning business was hemorrhaging money, and our parents were on the verge of losing their house. I could have let them fail. Could have watched as their perfectly curated social media life crumbled. Instead, I created a web of shell companies to quietly channel money their way, always making it look like it came from Olivia's business success, or Mom and Dad's smart investments. "Emma." My assistant's voice came through the intercom. "The Christmas gift arrangements are ready for review." I asked the gifts. Another secret I'd been keeping. Every Christmas, mysterious packages would arrive from exclusive boutiques and private sellers. All actually purchased by me through various front companies. "Hold those for now, Jenny," I replied. "I think we need to make some adjustments." My phone buzzed again. "Mom, this time. It's really for the best, dear. These clients are very important to Olivia's business. We can't risk any awkward moments. You know how you can be. Awkward moments. Like when I questioned how Olivia could afford to send them on a luxury cruise last year when her company's tax returns showed massive losses. Or when I suggested that maybe their new beach house purchase wasn't the best idea given Dad's retirement account status. I opened my private banking app, scrolling through the various transfers I'd arranged for the upcoming Bali trip. First-class tickets booked through an exclusive travel club that was actually my shell company. Villa rental arranged through another front. Private excursions, spa treatments, sunset cruises, all carefully orchestrated to maintain their illusion of success. A notification popped up on my screen. Christmas dinner reminder, catering payment due. Right. I'd arranged for a Michelin-starred chef to cater their Christmas dinner through one of my companies, disguised as a favor to Olivia from an industry connection. The same dinner I was now banned from attending. Jenny appeared in my doorway, tablet in hand. Should I proceed with the usual Christmas arrangements? The caterers need confirmation and the boutiques are waiting to ship the gifts. I leaned back in my chair, making a decision that had been 3 years in the making. "No, Jenny. I think it's time for a change. Can you get me Robert from legal?" While waiting for the call, I scrolled through my family's social media posts from the past year. There was Mom by the infinity pool at the resort I'd booked them into last spring. Olivia posing with celebrities at the charity gala where I'd bought their table. Dad showing off his new luxury car, leased through one of my companies. "Robert, hi, it's Emma. Remember those shell companies we set up for my family's expenses? I need to make some changes. Significant ones." I pulled up the Bali itinerary on my screen. They were scheduled to leave in 3 days. The group chat was already filling up with excited messages about the amazing deal Olivia had scored them. "Emma, you won't believe the villa. Mom had texted yesterday. Olivia's really outdone herself this time. See what happens when you work hard and make the right connections." My finger hovered over the cancellation button. 3 years of letting them believe in their own success while I pulled the strings from the shadows. 3 years of watching them praise Olivia's business acumen while dismissing my boring tech career. Well, they wanted to exclude me from Christmas. Fine. But maybe it was time they learned what their perfect life actually cost. Jenny, I called out. Cancel the Christmas catering. And get me the travel agent on the line. We need to make some immediate changes to the Bali arrangements. My phone buzzed one more time. A message from Dad. Your mother's right about Christmas, Princess. Sometimes we have to make sacrifices for the family's success. You understand? By the way, did you see the amazing vacation package Olivia arranged for us? First class all the way. That's what ambition gets you. I smiled, opening my laptop. Stat. That's exactly what it gets you. 2 days before their Bali departure, I sat in my home office watching my plan unfold. My laptop displayed multiple windows. Their flight confirmations, hotel bookings, and most importantly, the banking records that would prove exactly who had been funding their luxury lifestyle. Everything's set, Jenny confirmed. All first-class tickets have been downgraded to economy middle seats. The private villa reservation has been cancelled, with alternate accommodations booked at the airport Holiday Inn. All exclusive excursions and private chef services have been terminated. I nodded, then checked my phone. Right on schedule, Olivia's panicked text arrived. Emergency. Something's wrong with the Bali bookings. Everything's changed. My contact isn't responding. I waited 5 minutes before replying. What's wrong? I thought you had it all handled with your connections? The family group chat exploded. Mom, Olivia, fix this now. We can't fly economy. Dad, I just checked the hotel, we're in a Holiday Inn. Olivia, I'm trying. None of my contacts are answering. I sipped my coffee, watching their meltdown unfold. Then came the desperate phone call from Olivia. Emma, you work with computers, right? Can you help? Everything's gone wrong with the bookings. Sure, I replied calmly. I can help. In fact, why don't you all come over to my apartment? I'll show you exactly what happened. Your apartment? Olivia scoffed. We don't have time for your little studio walk-up. This is a real crisis. Trust me, I said. You'll want to see this in person. An hour later, they arrived at my building, stopping short when the doorman greeted me by name and directed them to the private elevator to the penthouse level. There must be some mistake, Mom said as we entered my 3,000 square foot apartment with its floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. This can't be your place. Oh, but it is. I gestured them to the living room. Along with the beach house you've been using, the car Dad's been driving, and all those luxury vacations you thought Olivia arranged. The silence was deafening. Olivia's face had gone pale, while Mom clutched her designer handbag, the one I'd bought her through a shell company last Christmas. What are you talking about? Dad demanded. I opened my laptop and projected my screen onto the living room's wall display. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. One by one, I pulled up the records. Bank transfers, shell company documents, payment confirmations for every luxury vacation, every expensive gift, every bailout of Olivia's failing business. That cruise last Christmas? Paid for by me. The charity gala where you met those important clients? I bought the table. The beach house. Leased through my company. And Bali. I smiled. Well, I think you've already discovered what happens when I cancel my arrangements. This is impossible, Olivia whispered. Pie business is failing, I finished. Has been for years. The only reason you've appeared successful is because I've been funneling money through fake client accounts to keep you afloat. Mom sank onto my Italian leather sofa. But, you work in tech. Just a regular job. I was an early employee at Tech Vision, I explained. When we went public 3 years ago, my stock options were worth millions. I could have let you all fail then. Watched as the house went into foreclosure and Olivia's business collapsed. Instead, I chose to help. Anonymously. Why didn't you tell us? Dad asked. Would you have believed me? Or would you have dismissed it, like you dismiss everything else about my boring career? I pulled up their text messages from the past week. You didn't even want me at Christmas dinner. Too afraid I'd embarrass you in front of Olivia's important clients. We can explain, Mom started, but I cut her off. No need. I've already made the explanations easier. I pressed a button on my laptop. I just sent each of you an email detailing every penny I've spent supporting this family over the past 3 years. Feel free to share it with those clients you're so eager to impress. You can't do this. Olivia jumped up. The Bali trip. My reputation. Your reputation? I laughed. You mean my money? Well, guess what? The gravy train just ended. Hope you all enjoy flying economy. I hear the middle seats are especially comfortable on long-haul flights. Emma, please. Mom was crying now. We can work this out. As a family. Family. I stood up. Family doesn't ban members from Christmas dinner. Family doesn't take while giving nothing in return. And family certainly doesn't spend years mocking the very person keeping them afloat. My phone buzzed. A notification that their economy class tickets were ready for check-in. Oh, and one more thing. I've instructed all my companies to stop accepting charges from any of you. Those credit cards you've been using? Cancelled. The monthly transfers to Olivia's business? Terminated. The lease on Dad's car? Ending next week. You're destroying us, Olivia whispered. No, I corrected her. I'm simply letting you live within your actual means. Maybe now you'll learn the value of real work instead of pretending to be successful on someone else's dime. Dad stood up, trying to maintain his authority. Now see here, young lady. No, you see here. I cut him off. The doorman will show you out. Enjoy your trip to Bali. Though I hear the Holiday Inn's Wi-Fi can be a bit spotty. Might make it hard to maintain those perfect Instagram posts. As security escorted them to the lobby, I heard Mom's last desperate plea. Emma, please. At least help us with Christmas dinner. The caterers all cancelled. I'm sure Olivia can handle it, I called after them. After all, she's the successful one, remember? Later that night, I sat on my balcony with a glass of champagne, watching their social media meltdown in real time. Olivia had already posted a vague apology about technical difficulties with the Bali arrangements. Mom's usual stream of luxury lifestyle photos had gone mysteriously quiet. My phone buzzed with messages from relatives and family friends, all demanding to know what happened to the Christmas dinner plans and the Bali trip. I simply directed them to Olivia. After all, wasn't she the one who'd arranged everything? Jenny appeared with some documents requiring my signature. The last of the shell companies have been dissolved, she reported, and the family's access to all accounts has been terminated. Thank you, Jenny. I signed the papers, then raised my glass. Merry Christmas to me. What about their trip? She asked. Will they actually go to Bali? I smiled, thinking of the economy seats I'd specifically chosen. Middle row, right by the bathrooms on the longest route possible. Oh, I'm sure they will. Their reputation depends on it, after all. They'll just be experiencing how the other half lives for once. As if on cue, my phone displayed one final text from Olivia. You've ruined everything. I hope you're happy. I typed back a simple response. Actually, I am. Enjoy coach class. And say hi to the important clients for me, if they still want anything to do with you after this. Then I blocked their numbers, turned off my phone, and enjoyed the silence of my penthouse. Sometimes the best Christmas gift you can give yourself is freedom from toxic family, and the satisfaction of watching them reap what they've sown. After all, they wanted to exclude me from Christmas? Fine. I'd excluded them from my bank account. Seemed like a fair trade to me.